Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. In the last episode, we began exploring this new area of Ultima Thule we gained access to thanks to the efforts of Astinian. And we met a race of beings called the Eorzea, who were trying to regain corporeal forms because they wanted to die properly. And so, upon learning more about them, figured out that, their entire society was based around their scientific pursuits. And that what led to the downfall of their civilization was that they made a discovery. They tried to search for, the fundamental truths of creation and discovered that, the universe will eventually expand and its thermal energies will dissipate and will enter what you would call ultimate heat death. And there's nothing that anybody can do to prevent it. So they kind of gave up. Figured that there was no point to doing anything because the universe was going to end anyway. So why bother? So, upon hearing this, it was Yustola and Orianche who challenged, the Eorzea. Oh, hit the wrong button there. And ultimately ended up sacrificing themselves to overcome them and give us the way forward to go to the next area of this place. So, we are now down to just Alphino, Alice, and Grahatia. And we're going to go ahead and see what the next area brings. Which it's described as Ostracon Decahexi. Again, I don't think we got that in the report. I think Meteon's report, from what we heard, only went up to Decapente. Could be wrong. And the report that she gave, in Catesis, didn't have any numerical reference numbers to line anything up, so. Oh well. Alice? Some manner of Eorzea device. If our friends awakened it, then it should be safe to use. Alright, and Graha. Judging by the direction, this should be the place. Alright, and Alphino. Yes, I can feel it. The ether emanating from the arcane pattern. This is a portal, and no mistake. Let us see where it leads. Very well. The portal of wisdom. Let's take it. And here we are. And for anybody that's done the Omega quest line, for the Omega raids, this looks very familiar. Alright then, here's our destination. And we have a couple of hostile targets. I should have new abilities. Oh, and I didn't get the last one in. Okay. Very cool. There they are. Amazing. Yet another civilization. Attacked as soon as you arrived. Not the most welcoming of places, is it? We must try to find denizens who are amenable to conversation. We should also get the lay of the land, see how far we can go. I'll help Elfina with that. In the meantime, you and Graha can search for friendlier folk. Apart from hostile beings, take care with your footing. I mislike the look of this terrain. Not knowing what the locals are like, you'd best take care of yourselves. We'll find you once we've finished exploring. Graha. I expect the twins will seek the outermost bounds of the Isle, so I propose we search the central area. There are machines patrolling here and there, sentinels in all likelihood. Like those you encounter, they will most certainly attack any who venture too close. So let's avoid them and look for others that appear more approachable. And as this is related to Omega, then this would be the race of machines that conquered the dragons. You see not but patrolling machines in the area. They do not seem inclined to non-violent intercourse. And we're gonna have a violent interaction here. Alright, let's see if I can get all of them in. There we go. Beta, huh? There is an ether current. There's some striking dummies. I'm waiting to grab that ether current, but we're probably gonna have to get through this level trigger first. Alright then, let's grab it. And the beta. We'll just drag this around with me. All right. Let's see if we can avoid fighting that one. And that's an aetheryte, apparently. Alright, Graha, what's up? Look, Ayami, these machines here do not appear hostile. Let's see if we can communicate with them. Begging your pardon, but we are searching for the denizens of this star. Bzz. Unknown life forms detected. Assigning generic label interplanetary travelers. Greetings and welcome to the planet. The planet. What? Could you please repeat that? It appears your hearing organ is unable to process the name in our tongue. It may be translated into yours as Alphatron. Our people, meanwhile, are called the Omicrons, and you stand within one of our outposts. The Omicrons, you say? And what is it that you do here? We are preparing for war. As we presently do not have a designated target, you have nothing to fear. Should your star become designated, however, you will be taken into custody and or terminated. A little frightening, these Omicrons, but at least they seem to be forthright. I will see what else I can learn from this fellow. You could try speaking with the others. Alright, let's engage with the locals. N0055. Autonomous weapon deployment complete. Vanguard armament upgrade complete. Munition levels satisfactory. Combat readiness assessment nominal. Awaiting instructions from Sir. Maintaining state of combat readiness. Alright. And N0253. Measuring combat capability. Result negligible. Subject falls outside targeting parameters. Greetings, traveler. We are the Omicrons, and our objective is self-enhancement. In order to achieve this, we venture forth in conquest to acquire combat data and resources. Most recently, we succeeded in subjugating the homeworld of the beings whose strength was said to be without parallel, the dragons. Yet, though the endeavor yielded a wealth of combat data, the star was rendered barren and unable to yield resources. A subsequent costing determined that the losses incurred exceeded the gains. Okay then. Alright, M097. Greetings, traveler. When venturing outside the outpost, beware malfunctioning units. They do not heed Sir's commands and indiscriminately attack all non-Omicrons. For the avoidance of confusion, be advised that Sir is the alias of Stigma 1. Sir issues instructions to our forces as the foremost of the 6 strategic matrices that bear the designation Stigma. Alright. Graha. You learned a few things? So did I. Ere we share our findings, however, I believe it best to step outside the outpost. Come with me. What's up? Ah, there you are. Alice? And Alphino. We finished surveying the area. This will come as no surprise, but there was no way forward. There were portals, like the one we used to get here, but those that worked only sent us to isolated isles. Then as before, we must locate the embodiment of the emotion that bars the way. What of yourselves? Did you find anyone to speak with? We did, actually. The Omicrons seek to advance themselves through conquest. Following their victory over the dragons, they stand ready for the next campaign, but their leader has yet to issue new commands, and so they wait. In such a place, who could it be that fits Eorzea's description? The souls whose yearning for oblivion surpasses all others. Eorzea said this? Yes, he did. During our investigation, before we joined you in Eorzea. That's the way of it. Why couldn't you just say it to all of us? Given what we know of this place, it's certainly a curious state of affairs. While the dragons in the Ea longed for death, the Omicrons longed for conflict, as much as that may lead to destruction. It must be considered a distinct desire. In order to find the source of the dominant emotion, I believe we should seek out their leader, this Sir. According to M032, the first Omicron with whom we spoke, there is a console by which we might communicate with it. M032 also added that it would be a pointless exercise, but that in itself, I believe, is worth investigating. What say you? Yes. And if I'm recalling correctly, the Omicron's war with the dragons would have been thousands of years ago. Because the Dragon Song War itself, between, you know, Nidhogg and Ishgard, has been going on for 1,000 years. Or had been going on for 1,000 years. And Tiamat was imprisoned by the Alligans, which I think the Alligans were active around 4,000 years prior to the beginning of the game. So yeah, it's been a long time. And I see a swirling green ether current. Alright, Alphina. Considering the Omicron's single-minded character, the lack of new orders does seem unusual. I agree that we should seek out their leader. Yeah, because they've been sitting here dormant for all this time. Pointless exercise? What does that mean, I wonder? Graha. So the console we seek lies to the far side of this isle. Given the nature of the ground, the route may not be entirely direct as it seems. Let's all watch our step as we make our way. Yep, you don't want to slide off one of these little gaps here. And you guys can go that way. I'm going to go this way for a sec. It does look like there's a pathway to go to the direction that I need over here. And there's another ether current. I'll grab it. And there's another one. So this delta is going to be a problem. I hadn't seen any up until this point, and now we've run into 4 of them. Alright. Alpha, no. The glow would suggest it's still operational, but how are we to interact with it? Alice? Greetings, sir. Can you hear me? Say something if you can. Awaken. Activate. Password. Well, I tried. Still trying that password is password thing, eh? Alright, Graha. This appears to be the console, but it seems unresponsive. Would you care to take a look at it? I guess I can. You want me to hit it with my sword? You try touching, smacking, and attuning with the console, but there's no response. No luck, I see. There must be a way to activate it. There must...
Well, I'm out of ideas.
As am I. Operating such consoles is trying enough, but if we can't even activate it...
Perhaps there is a way. First, consider the world that has been recreated here. Its inhabitants were machines who gathered combat data to enhance themselves. And among the many wars they waged, the most notable was that against the dragons. The significance of these details may be lost on you now, but they lead me to believe this was the home world of Omega. I speak of the ancient weapon, the one which the Alliance unleashed upon Shinru.
Right, because I haven't gone through any of that with this character, so...
I will spare you the long story, but according to the records I read in the future, it possessed a single weakness: lightning.
That's all well and good, but what does that... Wait. You're not thinking to strike the console with lightning, are you?
As a matter of fact, I am. Ask yourselves this: why would an entity as puissant as Omega not be designed to suppress the effects of lightning?
Because it relies upon it, or something akin to it, as a source of energy.
My thoughts exactly. And there is a good chance the same is true of the Omicrons and their devices. So, shall I cast caution to the wind and try something reckless and dramatic?
Have at it. Go for it.
Very well. Here I go.
It worked!
Opening connection to Communications Module 1. Connection established. Transmission. Strategic Matrix Sigma 1 now online. As a primary strategic matrix, you may address me as Sir. Checking for new communications. None found. All units, please maintain current state. End transmission. Closing connection.
Wait! We have questions for you! Of late, no mission orders have been issued. Why not? Has there been some manner of trouble?
Reply. The Extended Operations Unit is yet to determine guidelines for future assignments. All strategies are calculated, devised, and actioned in accordance with said guidelines. In the interim, all citizens are directed to maintain a state of combat readiness. End reply. Awaiting query.
Can you tell us why the Extended Operations Unit hasn't yet determined the guidelines?
Unable to comply. Information unavailable or access restricted.
In that case, is it possible for us to communicate directly with the unit?
Access denied. Unable to establish connection.
Is there anything you can tell us? Have there been any abnormalities, like a threat to the star or widespread unrest?
Reply. Negative. All citizens continue to operate at maximum efficiency. If your operations are suboptimal, please proceed to a maintenance facility for evaluation. Otherwise, stand by at your designated post. End reply. End transmission. Closing connection.
Alright. Well...
I could activate it again, but I doubt it would be productive. What do you think?
I don't think this is what we're looking for.
If all the Omicrons really were running as efficiently as it claimed, then I doubt they were hoping for life here to end. As this Sir told us, there just haven't been any new instructions, and everyone is standing by.
Should be standing by at any rate. If there are those that are neglecting their duties, perhaps we can glean a clue from them. I propose we take another look around, and also try to find the operations unit.
Alright, let's see if we can find this extended operations unit. That seems to be where the hang-up is. Alice? I remember when we set Omega loose to deal with Shinryu, an elegant weapon we once thought, and here we are now visiting a recreation of its homeworld. I can only imagine how else these beings will surprise us. Though I never encountered Omega myself, in conceiving the means to send the Crystal Tower to the First, we derived no small inspiration from its abilities. In the course of my research, I devoured every single piece of literature I could find on the being. I think the knowledge will prove useful here, at the edge of existence. Right, because Omega possesses the ability to cross the dimensional rift, which was needed to jump between worlds. Might actually have to do Omega on this character, because there's also another story quest line coming in the next I don't know if it's in the next patch, but it's in the next couple of patches that is about Omega. And yeah, might have to get around to that, but we'll see. All right, Alpha Note. Let us focus our search on the outpost. Alice and I will try speaking with the Omicrons this time in the hopes we might learn something new. Meanwhile, perhaps you and Graha could observe them from a distance. These beings are systematic and routine by nature. If there are any that aren't, it shouldn't be too difficult to spot them. There are no questions, and let us begin at once. As we came this way, I believed I spied a promising vantage point. Follow me. Alright, we're just gonna run past. I think we'll get one to leash, but I don't think we'll get the second one to leash. Nope. Alright, Graha. And here we are. I see the twins are wasting no time with their inquiries. Let's begin observing the Omicrons. They are supposed to be standing by, so we should look for any that aren't. Alright. Search base Omicron for errant Omicrons. Alright. Anything look out of the ordinary? That's no Omicron, it's an ambystoma, an especially lively one at that. Perhaps it snuck aboard the Ragnarok, but however it came to be here, it seems to be completely in its element. Seems like it might be an Easter egg. Well, we got one over there that's zooming around. Go on moving. There. The Omicron wanders about ceaselessly as if lacking a clear objective. An Omicron wandering aimlessly? Where? Oh, I see it. It's left the base. Let's follow it. Alright. We follow. Guraha, what's up? It's not here, but it definitely came this way. It must have used the portal. Time to go through and see what we find. Alright then, let's go. Lambdas. Okay. All right, M017. What is your query? Query. Ah, you found it. What are you doing here? I am looking at the tree. Quite an unusual specimen. What is the device attached to it? The tree is a sample collected from another star. As it cannot survive in our environment, however, it requires life support. That is the function of the device. To go to such lengths to sustain it, is there something special about this tree? Being foreign matter, protocol requires that we study it. As this task has been completed, the specimen may be discarded. However, when I behold the tree, I am made to feel as though there is a problem. In order to become strong, we have continued to enhance ourselves, like we did countless others. We conquered the star whence this tree came. It is the last remnant of a dead world, and there is nothing towards which it may aspire. Yet it grows, extends its branches, sprouts leaves, produces seeds. Why does it seek to continue? Why was it made to behave in such a way, and to what end? I do not understand. I see. Out of curiosity, does this pertain to your duty? No, it does not. My apologies. I shall return to my designated post and assume a state of combat readiness. So I was acting outside of orders. Perhaps it is simply a malfunctioning Omicron. They are by no means uncommon. Or these are by no means uncommon. But it also may be a unit possessed of the ability to make decisions. One not unlike Sir. I believe this bears further investigation. To endeavor to live, even if we must depend on forces beyond our control. Tell me, Ayame, one day when this adventure becomes part of your epic, do you think I will be mentioned in it? Of course. Why wouldn't you be? You truly think so? That would be a... Nah, I shouldn't say such things until the moment comes to pass. Never mind the embarrassment. Well, we had best get on with our task. Tracking down Sir and understanding the nature of the emotion which bars our way. Alright, what's your plan? We should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. We'll go ahead and teleport over. Alright, Graha. I've given them the short of it. If you would care to provide the full account. Okay, Alphano. It appears the two of you made a promising discovery. Yes. And now they say, Graha says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units here were of no help. They all have the same thing to say about the extended operations unit, that there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell me you learned something more useful. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As you know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it in part or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, I see no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what's happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. Alright. What's up? We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest that it has a connection to Sir. An inspired idea. I dare say it is worth a try. And I have a feeling you'll be on board. This time you must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Ayame, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behavior. I should mention that shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, I headed off toward the console at first. I assumed it was a unit on patrol, but perhaps... that could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alphino and I will stand by the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Go, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. Alright. Of course, gotta go all the way around here. Let me see if I can lose them. Yep, okay, good. Alright. Shall we get started? You were the one that was observing the tree, are you not? Full glad am I to find you again. I have a question for you, you see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate the disclosure of restricted information, very well. Graha has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon, LAC will strike the console with lightning. Observe M017 closely for anomalous behavior. Right. That would seem to be anomalous behavior. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance, it's to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrade struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know. But before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well. Our friends are at the console. Let's head there. Fortunately, that's not too far away. Alright. Graha. This unit struggles to understand why the tree continues to grow despite being destined to die. Let us shed light on its doubts so we may shine the way forward. Alright, LAC. A little jolt works wonders, doesn't it? All that's left is to have this Omicron divulge the truth to us. And Alphino. If not as amiss with the other Omicrons, I dare to hope we have found that which prevents our advance. Alright.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma-1. It is... was My charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy are spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
Alright, I think we found our Omicron.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power, but we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost.
They replaced everything with tech, including their soul, I guess you could say.
Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
Ah. I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise.
Okay.
Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights.
Alright. That should be simple enough.
Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will. If you would humor me a moment, when we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before?
An interesting question.
Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly.
True.
What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No.
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unalike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
And he's out. A crystalline path. Appropriate.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
All right. Alphino. A crystalline path. He has paved it for us. And now they say, you all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do you think we feel? The next time we meet, I'll give him such a flick, and that'll be just a start. I'm sure you will. Alphino. The crystalline path, Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on for our friends and for all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Alright. But this is where we are going to break for this episode. And we will proceed to the next area next time. So for now, if you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.